Russian authorities have arrested 2 suspects in connection with the assassination bid on Russia's first deputy chief of the Main Intelligence Directorate, GRU, Lieutenant General Vladimir Alekseev. The Russian Federal Security Service, FSB, said that 2 people have been arrested, including a would-be assassin. The operation spanned continents. One suspect, identified as Viktor Vysin, was detained in Moscow, while the second suspect was detained thousands of kilometers away in Dubai. In a statement, the FSB said the alleged gunman, identified as 65-year-old Russian citizen Lyubomir Korba, was detained in Dubai, with the help of UAE authorities, was handed over to Russia. Russia's investigative committee confirmed that Korba, who was born in western Ukraine, arrived in Moscow in late December last year on instructions from Ukraine's security services to carry out a terrorist attack. The plot involved accomplices, among them another participant, a 54-year-old Zinaida Serebrytskaya, who investigators claim fled to Ukraine after the attack attempt. The FSB added that it identified alleged accomplices in the attack, including 66-year-old Russian citizen Viktor Vysin. He said 54-year-old Zinaida Serebrytskaya had fled to Ukraine after the attack. To back the claim, FSB also released a video purportedly showing the alleged gunman leaving the building where the attack took place and discarding what looked like a pistol fitted with a silencer into the snow before boarding a bus. Commenting on the assassination attempt, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov called it a terrorist act aimed at disrupting the negotiation process.
But there is no doubt that this terrorist attack confirmed yet again that the Zelensky regime is ready to engage in any provocation to undermine the negotiations process, and that the regime will go to any length to convince its Western sponsors to try to derail the process and make efforts like the United States or worse.
Moscow has been rocked by a brazen assassination attempt. A senior Russian military figure, hailed as a hero of the Russian Federation, was gunned down in broad daylight on the streets of the capital, sending shockwaves through the city's power circles. Authorities have yet to disclose the officer's condition, but officials are treating the incident as a deliberate, targeted attack. Witnesses say the assailant opened fire without warning before vanishing from the scene within moments. The shooting has intensified unease in Moscow as a growing number of high-profile Russian military figures face mounting security threats tied to the ongoing war, raising fears that the conflict is now spilling into the heart of the capital itself. Another high-profile assassination attempt on Russia's first deputy chief of Russia's Main Intelligence Directorate, GRU, Lieutenant General Vladimir Alekseev, was hit several times in his back. The gruesome attack took place near a residential building at Volokolomskoye Highway in Moscow. The top Russian military figure, Alekseev, was hit right outside his home. According to Russian news Shot, an unknown assailant shot him in the back several times. It further reported that the killer was waiting for the Lieutenant General of the Russian Ministry of Defense, and after shooting Alekseev, he fled the scene. RT News reported that Alekseev has been taken to the hospital, but did not offer further details on his condition. A criminal case has been initiated under the articles attempted murder and illegal circulation of firearms. The suspect is being hunted.
Currently, the special services are doing what they need to do. Naturally, this is being reported to the head of state. As for us, we wish the general to first survive and then truly survive.
We certainly hope this is the case.
64-year-old Alekseev is one of Russia's most senior military intelligence officials. He has served as first deputy head of the GRU since 2011, a role in which he oversaw anti-terrorist operations in Syria. In 2017, he was awarded the title Hero of the Russian Federation, one of the country's highest distinctions. He was placed under European Union sanctions after the GRU was accused of being behind a 2018 nerve agent attack in Salisbury in the UK. Alekseev came to attention during the mutiny by the Wagner private military company, led by the late Yevgeny Prigozhin in 2023. At the time, Alekseev urged Wagner fighters to stand down and later participated in negotiations with the group's leadership. While Russian officials have not identified those responsible, Ukrainian intelligence has previously branded Alekseev an international criminal. Kyiv has also been linked to past assassination plots targeting Russian officials and military commanders. Several senior Russian officers have been assassinated since the start of the war in Ukraine, with Moscow blaming the attacks on Kyiv. In some cases, Ukrainian military intelligence has claimed responsibility. The most recent officer to be killed was the head of the General Staff's Army Training Directorate, Lieutenant General Vladimir Alekseev, who was killed by a bomb under his car on December 22nd. Last month, a Russian court sentenced an Uzbek man to life in prison for the 2024 killing of the head of the Russian Army's Radiological, Chemical, and Biological Defense Forces, General Igor Kirillov. He was killed when he left a residential block in Moscow in an attack Kyiv said it had orchestrated.